What's up, gang? Hey man, we got another banger video to react to, but before we jump into that video, make sure you hit that like button. Also make sure you subscribe to the channel, and if you haven't joined the CLG community, now is the perfect time because I'm doing free one-on-one calls for all the new members. So jump in while you still can before I actually put a price tag on that and start charging for the one-on-ones. But right now the one-on-ones are free and it's only $48 a month to join, or you can sign up for the yearly and have it for less than $500 because we have a 20% discount. And with that being said, we are going to jump right in the video. Oh, make sure you watch this video to the very end because I got a ton of gold nuggets in this one. Let's jump into the video.
If he gave you a guilt-free pass to sleep with anybody in the world, would you use it?
Yeah.
On who?
Zac Efron, Josh Bowman, some celebrity. Hot celebrity. You turn that down? Mm-mm. Couldn't do it.
All right, what if it was all the way around?
I know what I'm worth. One night with one celebrity doesn't change who I am.
So you wouldn't use it?
Even
There's
if I
no
gave
point.
it to you?
No, because it sounds like a trap. If your significant other is willing to give you a one night and a one-night stand with anybody in the world, it sounds like a trap for your loyalty.
Alright, so I wanted to show you guys that video because I wanted to show you guys like a prime example of a guy caring too much about a woman. So I know that that relationship is essentially over. I know that that relationship is not gonna last. I know that she has zero respect for her man, and I know that that guy probably cares a lot about that woman. You get what I'm trying to say? Even for him to answer the question like that, no, I would never do that, and she easily said yeah. And a lot of you guys will look at that and y'all be like, well, she only said yeah because if it's a celebrity and blah blah blah. No, she'll fuck a nigga that look like the celebrity. She'll fuck a nigga that don't even look like a celebrity at all. Her answer told you everything that you needed to hear. Her answer told you basically all you had to hear was the yeah. It don't matter the name she said after that. Zac Efron, da-da-da. It don't matter. She'll fuck a nigga that look like Zac Efron. She'll fuck a nigga that don't look nothing like Zac Efron. She'll cheat just to cheat because she has zero respect for her man. So when you guys are trying to understand, you know, from the outside looking in and looking into a relationship or trying to understand if you are that guy that cares too much about his woman, if you're ever put in a situation like that, and your woman responds in that manner and she acts masculine like that and she acts like she is not afraid to say nothing around you and she's not afraid to lose you, you care too fucking much. You get what I'm trying to say? You care. You the sucker. You the one that care too much. And to be honest, girls like that, I'm gonna be honest with you, should never have been wifed in the first place. But I get what's happening. A lot of guys can't get girls, so they're forced to give these girls a chance when these girls are rotation chicks at the most. You feel me? Like anybody that takes these girls serious, 9 times out of 10 they're coming from a place of scarcity, and they shouldn't have taken that girl serious, but that is the few options that they have. That was one of them. So they ignore the red flags. They ignore all of this stuff. They ignore that she's really for the streets. And that girl like that probably has been ran through. You can just tell by the way she talked, the man. And I'm guessing a lot here. I don't know their relationship, all that stuff like that. But I'm just letting you know from my experience, girls that act like that, talk like that, carry themselves like that, 9 times out of 10, those girls have been ran through. Those are the ones that are always at the frat parties. Those are the ones that's always on a different guy's dick. Those are the ones that's fucking not only the friend, but the best friend of the guy, and then the friend of the guy. You get what I'm trying to say? She's the one that's being passed around, everybody laughing at him for taking her serious, but he just can't do no better. You feel me? And I'm letting you know this because this is not just for guys that, you know what I mean, are ugly. Like a lot of guys, they think that like the guys that I'm talking about are like ugly guys. No, it is your everyday guy. It is guys that could actually pull girls if they really acted the right way. You feel me? That dude, if I trained him and taught him and he listened, that's the key. If he actually listened, because there's a lot of niggas that don't listen. If he actually listened, that guy could pull consistently if he fucking listened. You get what I'm trying to say? But niggas like that, they ain't gonna listen. They feel like they know all the answers. They feel like, you know, I gotta care about the woman. I gotta get her flowers. I gotta show her that I love her. I gotta show her that I'm the man that she's never been with. Don't listen to women, bro. There is a reason that they complain about that type of guy. There is a reason why. Literally, I don't even think it's a subconscious thing. I think that she's just trying to see if you're a sucker. You feel where I'm coming from? Like when a girl is complaining about her exes that are nothing like you, and you try to be the perfect white knight armor, you feel me, Captain Save-A-Hole type guy, that is her manipulation tactic that worked on you. You feel me? Because she's lying to you, saying that she didn't like those previous partners. Oh, my last boyfriend was a narcissist. My last boyfriend was an asshole. My last boyfriend greenlighted me. My last boyfriend was manipulative. My last boyfriend was emotionally abusive. They say the stupidest shit. Okay, this is what you need to ask. Why the fuck you kept dating those guys? Why did you keep choosing those guys? Out of all the options that you have, why did you keep choosing that type of guy? They can't answer that. You know they can't answer that, because if you were to ask a question like that to a woman, she's going to try to spin it on you, and she's going to get emotional. She's going to get crying. She's going to try to spin it on you. She's going to call you an asshole. She's going to call you manipulative because all you did was ask a fucking question. If you simply ask the question, why did you date those guys? She's going to be like, you know what? You're just as bad as them. You're an asshole. She's going to try to be argumentative because she has no fucking answer. She doesn't have an answer why she dated those guys. The CLG members know. I know why she dated those guys, because she was attracted to those guys. Those guys had all of the traits of the guys that women naturally are attracted to. Selfish, move to the beat of their own drum, move things forward, careless. You get what I'm trying to say? All the characteristic traits that women that are irresistible to women, this guy had those characteristic traits. It just so happens he just was a little bit more of a narcissist than her, because she's a fucking narcissist. 9 times out of 10, women are narcissistic. They say the terms that they are. Women are manipulators. Women are the narcissists. Women are the ones that gaslight. Women are the ones that always try to flip the conversation and flip the argument and always try to make it seem like it's the guy's fault. It's really the women that are actually I'm not going to say it's actually women are the ones who actually do it, but they blame men for doing what they actually do. So it's actually the women that are all the bad derogatory terms that women call men. It's actually more prevalent in females. Narcissism. They always call their ex a narcissist. Oh, he was a narcissist. It's more prevalent. That narcissistic traits are more prevalent in females. Oh, he gaslighted me all the time. That is more prevalent in females. Oh, he manipulated me. That is more prevalent in females. Oh, he was emotionally abusive. That is more prevalent in females. Because when a female doesn't have control over you, what she tries to do is she tries to emotionally abuse you in order to get control. You got to understand that female game is all psychological, because she can't whoop your ass. She can't whoop you physically. So everything that she's doing is all going to be psychological. So all of the things that she's going to accuse a man of doing, she's capable of doing. It's just that the small percentage of men that are better at doing that to her than she is to do to them, those are the men that she's attracted to. It's a very small percentage of men that are more narcissistic than women. It's a very small percentage of men who are more manipulative than women. It's a very small percentage of men who are more emotionally abusive than women. It's a very small percentage of men who are more controlling than women. Women try to control everything. I don't think you should buy that house. I think you should buy this house. I don't think you should buy that car. I think you should buy this car. I think you should do this. I think you should wear that. That's controlling as fuck. So what happens is, they go for the small percentage of men that are better at that than them, because that is what they're attracted to. They're attracted to their superior. So not only do they want you to be their superior when it comes to money, height, status, strength, all that stuff like that, but they want you to be their superior psychologically as well. So the guy that isn't fazed by all those games and all that bullshit and all that goddamn narcissism and gaslighting and emotional abuse and all that shit she gonna throw at you. She's gonna throw everything at the book at you, and it's never going to end. I remember one of the guys in the CLG community, he was like, damn, bro, when do the games ever end? I'm just like, bro, they never end. That's why the CLG community is needed. The games will never end. You need to always be able to deal with women and go back to your brotherhood, which is the CLG community, hash that shit out, and be that man. Be that man that you know that you should be at all times around her. Because the shit test, the games, the book, it never ends, bro. You can be 15 years married to this bitch. If she feel you starting to care too much, getting soft, that's when the bullshit gonna come back up. It don't matter. You can be in year 30. And the moment she knows she got you is the moment her respect for you lowers and her love lowers. It doesn't matter the year. You could have been Mr. Careless for the first 10 years of the fucking relationship. Come year 11, you start getting soft and you got them bitch ass epiphany and you be like, oh, that CLG ain't nothing, da da da. That's the year she motherfucker start cheating and try to leave your ass and start having her eyes open. Now, it's going to be a certain point in time where she's old, but even an old bitch can still get dick. Even an old wrinkly bitch can still get some dicks from somewhere, because it's a lot of niggas that ain't getting no pussy. And they will be they will happily drop dick on your old ugly bitch. And she probably fat too. And these are signs that you can tell when a bitch don't give a fuck about her man, because sometimes it's signs like that video that I showed you, but then there's also other signs. For example, the chick that I went out with. Now, I'm not gonna see her again because she ain't do what I wanted her to do, right? But she used to be a long-time rotation chick of mine. She's in a relationship, but she still cheated on her man because she still came to go on a date with me. We had drinks. She let me grip on her ass, everything like that. Now, when I was fucking with her, she was about 115 pounds with a fat, juicy ass. Now she's been with this guy that she doesn't love and she doesn't respect. She is a lot heavier now. And she only been with the guy for like months, like 6 months or something. I don't know how long she's been with the guy. But now she's like 122, 123. And you can tell it's fat. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's getting thicker. You feel me? And I thought she was pregnant at first, but she wasn't pregnant. She's just getting heavier because she's with a guy she doesn't respect. See, this is the thing. My main bitch is still skinny. My main bitch is still little. My main bitch does not want to gain weight because of respect for me. She always wants to look good because she respects me. But one of the signs, and even that bitch on that camera that I was, that reel that I showed you in the beginning, you notice she was getting heavy. These are clear signs that the woman doesn't respect the man that she's with. Even something as simple as gaining weight. Those are clear signs that the woman doesn't respect the man that married her, took her serious, or put her in a relationship. Something that small. And I know people be like, man, see, you reading too deep into it. You reading too deep into it. No, I'm not. My bitches don't never get fat. They catch that shit real quick. They get their ass right in the gym real quick. Oh, I'm getting weight. Oh, I gotta stop eating. Oh, no, I can't eat that. No, I can't eat that, honey. No, I can't eat the cookies. No, I can't. I gotta stay fit. Why is she trying to stay fit? Because she always wants to be aroused. She always wants to be able to arouse the man that she loves, cares for, and respects. But the man that she loses respect for, the man that cares too much, the man that she feels like she can walk all over, the man that she really doesn't like, she can stay in a relationship. But the man that she really doesn't like, she's going to gain weight with that man. She doesn't give a fuck about him. You feel me? She gives him sex when she feels like it. And he has to have done something to earn it. For me and my main bitch, I get sex when I feel like it. You get what I'm trying to say? So, and she stays lean. She stays skinny. All these years, she stays lean. She doesn't want to get fat. Why is that? Because she still respects her man. So there's a bunch of telltale signs. Obviously, I go deeper into this shit in the CLG community and all that stuff like that with the Female Nature Foundation, whatever the case is. And there's a community of men helping men Stay sharp. Because if you aren't sharp, these women will eat you a fucking live. There are little nuanced things that the average everyday man just can't pick up on. They just can't. There are men who have joined my community and been like, bro, my wife is fucking the shit out of me ever since I've been listening to your advice. Like, she is draining my fucking nuts. You feel me? She wasn't like that before. She was threatening leaving me. Come on, bro. These are real stories. I'm not... Jump in the CLG community. Watch the one-on-ones. Watch the Q&As. Talk to the members in that community. We are all... Everybody in that community are all men trying to be the best versions of themselves. And if you can master women, you can master plenty more things in this life, because women are master manipulators. Because that's all they have. They know they can't whoop your ass, so all they have is psychological games. If you can handle that with women, you can handle that with the worst of the worst men. The men with the dark triad traits. Who try to rip you off, con you, steal money from you, all of that stuff. If anything, joining the CLG community and staying in the CLG community will save you heartache, will save you money, will save you bad business deals, partnerships. I mean, lifetime, it might save you millions. Did you know the average guy spends $4 to $7 million over his course of his lifetime to either impress a woman or spending money directly on a woman over the course of his lifetime? $4 to $7 million. If the CLG membership can't get that to half, don't pay me $1. So if it's 4 on the low end, that means over the course of your lifetime, you got an extra $2 million in your pocket. And you live a more fulfilled life with women that you actually want to be involved with. I'm not talking about learning some bullshit ass dating course shit where the shit is a broken clock is right twice a day and you fucking hooking up with booger whoops even though you've been looks maxing, you look good as fuck, you ripped as fuck, you all that shit, and you still hooking up with 2s and fucking 3s. I'm not talking about that shit because you listening to bad information from bad fucking dating coaches out there who are actually doing more harm than good. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the guys who really want to level up, change their life, all of that stuff like that, and really live life on their terms, an enjoyable life, and have women obsessed and adore them. Because when women obsess and adore you, as a man, you feel like a fucking king. I have women offering to buy me stuff. I have women offer to pay stuff for me. I have women basically begging me, can they come over just to give me a blowjob? Like, literally, I have women begging me to be like, can I just see you? I'm like, nah, I'm busy. I just want to suck your dick real quick. That's it. Nothing else. I just want to give you head. I have women, literally, I'm busy. I'm like, no, I'm busy. I got a lot of shit going on. I got videos I got to get out. I got to stay on top of the CLG community. I got to interview with my father. I got a schedule. I got a bunch of shit going on. You get what I'm trying to say? But I got still play my basketball. I got a lot of shit going on. So a lot of the bitches, they trying to get at me. I got bitches like, I literally just need your dick in my mouth. And I'm turning them motherfuckers down. You feel me? So that I can teach you guys how to live a fulfilled life. I can teach you guys how to have a different bitch coming over your crib every other fucking day. You feel me? When I was in Minnesota, when I had my own apartment, when my main bitch called herself trying to leave me because she caught me with another bitch in a different state or whatever the case is. She called herself trying to leave. She had a whole bunch of anxiety, lost a lot of weight, whatever the case is. But I ended up buying my own apartment for a little while. Bro, I had a different bitch over my fucking crib every other fucking day. Bad bitch too. It wasn't no booger whoops. It was no but good pussy, bad bitches over my crib every other fucking day. And I didn't even have a crib like that. I had a fucking studio. Motherfucker, when you came in that bitch, you had to walk past the bed just to get to the motherfucking couch. It was no doors, no none of that shit. Just slaying pussy. You don't have to have no top tier notch house. You don't have to have no top tier fucking car. Bro, I had a motherfucking Corolla. Because every dealership that I worked at, I always traded in my car and then got a different car. So when I worked at Toyota, I owned a Toyota. When I worked at Mercedes, I owned a Mercedes. Then when I went back to Toyota, I traded in my Mercedes and owned a Toyota. I was always the type of person that's just like, well, I need to own the motherfucking product for me to sell it. God damn it. So, you feel me? I had a motherfucking Corolla slaying pussy. Now that I own my business, now I can own the cars that I want to own. You feel me? Right now I got 2 cars. I got to get rid of this one though. This one I'm finna get rid of in a couple months just because the lease is ending and all that crazy stuff like that. But now I got the car that I really want to own. You get what I'm trying to say? But that's because I'm not tied to no dealership. I'm not selling no product. But usually if I'm selling a product, I usually own, I just get rid of my car, trade it in, whatever. If I lose money, I don't give a fuck. I trade it in and I get the car of the thing that I'm selling. Because I'm one of those people, when I sell something, I have to be morally aligned with it. You feel me? I have to be morally aligned with. That's why I like the CLG thing, because it's like I could have jumped on here and tried to do some BS and tried to be fake like all these other influencers, but I can't run a business if I'm not morally aligned with what I'm selling. I just can't. I'm just not built that way. Maybe some people are. You feel me? Maybe some people are, but I'm not built that way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the drug dealer that sells people cocaine knowing damn well I've never sniffed cocaine in my life. You feel me? Knowing I can't believe. Now, back when I was smoking weed, if I was to sell something, I would have sold weed because that was something that I was smoking at that time. But it'll be very difficult for me to push marijuana onto somebody knowing damn well I don't smoke that shit. You feel me? But I do drink occasionally. I do have drinks. I drink tequila, sometimes wine, whatever the case is. You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to get across is the type of person that I am is I can't sell nothing I can't see myself buying. That's just how I'm built, right? You don't got to be built like me. Okay, I understand. Some of you guys have to make a living. I'm not telling you to be CJ. I'm telling you to move to the beat of your own drum. You have your own moral compass. You have your own beliefs, right? You have your own structure. That's why I always tell people, the information that I give you, I'm not telling you to become me. There are some guys that are going to use my information and they're going to be monogamous. They're going to be in a relationship. Matter of fact, one of my one-on-ones, a really good one-on-one that I had with one of the guys in the CLG community, like I said, I don't give names, nothing like that. He was basically saying, I am monogamous, or I have been monogamous. So I just want to tell you how your stuff has been helping me from a monogamous guy's perspective. And I 100% respect his point of view. And he broke down exactly how my training thought saved his damn marriage or his relationship or whatever he got going on. Because he is monogamous. He came into the group to be monogamous. And he's already meeting people in the group and they already having their conversations and they sparking things off, because I honestly believe there are going to be some people in that group that are going to be extremely wealthy. Extremely wealthy, extremely well off, because once you get access to this information, you can't unlearn it. But it's one of those things that once you get access to this information and you surround yourself around other like-minded individuals, anything is possible. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Anything is possible. They even said it in the Bible. God said that I had to split up humans. You know, I had to change languages and split people all around, because if every human spoke the same exact language and they was all in the same exact area, they could build buildings to the heavens. There was a verse that said that they can build buildings to the heavens if I didn't split them up. Basically, humans that are like-minded are capable of anything. Like I said, like-minded human beings can run the country. I mean, especially the USA. The USA is for sale. Nobody even know it. The USA is for sale and nobody even knows it. And a lot of people, they want to be so greedy. I want to own 100%, 100%, 100%. Did you know that if you owned 1% of Apple, you would be pulling over millions of dollars a month, every single month, just based off of their profits? And that's just one little tiny fucking percent. You'll be pulling in millions every single month if you just owned 1% of Apple. Isn't that fucking wild? So a lot of people don't understand that, you know what I mean? Collectively, there is a big enough pie for everybody to eat, especially if everybody is like-minded. So I see the CLG community being something bigger than I can even imagine. You feel me? Because, and I know this because I'm putting everything I can into it. I'm always shooting videos. I'm always this. I'm literally turning down my rotation bitches. I'm turning down pussy. I'm turning down pleasures in my life because of how passionate I am about this movement. You know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons why that's why I'm only selling it for $48 a month. You know what I mean? Less than $500 a year. You feel me? I want the common man to be able to have access to this program. And I put a money course in there to teach people how to manage their money, because I don't care what nobody says. It has been proven time and time again. Money management is actually more important than income. It doesn't matter if you make $1 million a year. It doesn't matter if you make $2 million a year. It doesn't even matter if you make $4 million a year. Read the book Profit First. That guy, his business was making $4 million a year. He was still dead ass broke. No money left. Because he had poor money management skills. So what I teach people in the CLG community is, okay, if you can manage a little bit of money, you can manage a lot of money. Because if you look at like these really massive companies like Amazon, who makes billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars, the way that they write up their profit sheets, they take zeros off of the number. You get what I'm trying to say? So let's say they made something billion dollars this year, or whatever the case is. On their profit sheet, they take zeros off. So it looked like it'll be like just, 100,000, 180,000. But really, it's 180 billion. You get what I'm trying to say? They take zeros off of the number, because at the end of the day, it's all about money management. It doesn't matter if you're managing a little bit of money or a lot of money. If you can't manage a little bit of money, there's 9 times out of 10, you can't manage a lot of money. So in the money course, I try to build a strong foundation for you that you can start anytime. No matter how fucked up your life is, no matter how much financially fucked you think you are, you can jump in the CLG community and just watch the money course and structure your life in a way where it's actually productive and you're taking steps in the right direction. You get what I'm trying to say? Where you don't have to be so stressed about money. You can understand money. You can manipulate money in your favor. One of the things that I learned from Michael Jordan when I played basketball, right, is Michael Jordan was really big at manipulating the ball. Basically, when I get the ball, I make the ball do whatever the fuck I want it to do. Now, Michael Jordan had really big fucking hands, so he could fucking pluck a ball out of the air and do, his hands was even bigger than mine. Now, my hands are big, especially for my height. I can easily palm a ball. So one of the reasons why I'm pretty decent at basketball is because of the things that Michael Jordan said. It's all about ball manipulation. It's all about controlling your instrument, which is the ball. You tell that ball where to go. So I can palm the ball, even off of a dribble. I can dribble and palm it. Not as well as Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan had massive hands. He could fucking pluck that shit. He could do whatever the fuck he wanted to do with it. Right? But I can palm the fucking ball. And me listening to that and understanding it is my job to manipulate the ball. It is my job to tell the ball where to go. You get what I'm trying to say? And that completely changed my game. It helped me become a better shooter, a better scorer, a better dribbler, a better handler, a better everything. Because it's all about the fucking ball. And it's all about you taking control of the ball, not allowing the ball to take control of you. For example, you see some players that are on the court, they dribble the ball off fast. It looks like they're always out of control. They always losing their dribble. It's always getting thrown off. See, one of the things that I've noticed, even with the ball manipulation, having control of the ball, things like that, is the less time that that ball touches the hardwood, the less likely it is to be stolen. The less time that ball touches the hardwood, the less likely it is to be stolen. Basically, having complete control of your dribble, right? I want this ball to touch the hardwood the least amount of times as possible. And you guys will be surprised. Literally, I am 5'9". And the 3-point line is a high school 3, so it's really just it's just really on top of the key, right? It's the shortest 3, right? But literally, I got the ball. There was a play where I got the ball at the top of the key, right at the 3-point line. And from where I was at to laying up the ball, I got from where I was at to laying up the ball with one fucking dribble. Literally, it was one dribble, control the ball, 2 steps, layup. From top of the key all the way to score with one fucking dribble. Because I had complete control over that fucking ball. You get what I'm trying to say? And how is that relevant? Because it's relevant when it comes to money. It's relevant when it comes to women. It's relevant when it comes to everything. We have already seen what feminism has done to America and the Western world. Women aren't good in leadership positions. They aren't good when they do actually have control. Matter of fact, they're so bad at leadership positions and they're so bad at having control that most women, when the first thing they look for in a partner is the ability to lead. Same thing with money. Lack of control over your finances. No matter how much you make or how little you make, lack of control over your finances will lead to disaster. Lack of control over your woman will lead to disaster. Lack of control over your life will lead to disaster. That's why the CLG community was created, to give guys their power back. Because we've already seen what happens when women take the leadership role. Men are naturally better positioned at leadership. They are naturally more logically sound. They naturally make the right decisions when they aren't influenced by demons. You get where I'm coming from? So, what I'm really trying to stress in this video, and what I really want to get across in this video, is understanding the power of being a man that was a gift from God, because you had no control whether you were going to end up in a man's body or a woman's body. That is a gift from God. Now that you have that gift, you must take control of the gift that you have and not allow it to go to waste. And if you need help getting that control and that power back, and understanding that once you have that power back, that not only your life will be more enjoyable, but your woman's life will be more enjoyable, and your friends that hang around you, their lives will be more enjoyable, and everybody whose presence that you're in will have a more enjoyable life, because you understand the concepts that I've been preaching in CLG since we've started it. You understand that, you internalize that, you have a community of guys that think like-minded like that, especially if you jump into the CLG community, and you understanding all of that is going to make you become elite eventually. Slow and steady wins the race, right? You can run down and get one, or you can walk down and get them all. You have to unlearn years of programming. I understand that, right? I understand for some people this is not a thing. It's not an overnight journey. You don't just wake up and jump in the CLG community, be in there for a month and be like, I got everything figured out. No, this is a lifelong journey with people who are capable and willing. Capable and willing to grow. And if you can surround yourself around people who are capable, willing, and morally sound. You feel me? Morally sound. That is very important. Because it's so easy. Because the world is filled with a lot of dark triad people, right? It is so easy to get bought in and caught up into that life, whether it's greed, envy, whatever the case is, right? It's so easy to run down that path. What we try to teach the guys in the CLG, or what I try to teach the guys in the CLG community, is understand, like, yes, that might be tempting. That short, fast money might be tempting. But trust me, long term, you will thank yourself for doing business the right way. And everybody that deals with you will thank you for doing it that way. They will appreciate you long term. Fuck the short term. We're looking for long term. It's the same thing with women. Same thing with money. It's the same thing with everything. So with that being said, I really wanted this message to sink in. I really wanted you guys to understand exactly the power that you possess. The God's gifts that you were given just by simply being a man. Like I said. And not allowing that power to go to waste during your lifetime. Not allowing that blessing to go to waste. Right? Because somebody can be dealt the perfect hand and not know how to play it and squander it. You get what I'm trying to say? Somebody could be given everything possible in life, but not even know that they not even have the capability of appreciating what they have and how to grow it and squander it. When somebody who is of way lesser can make more out of it. Have way lesser, have way less resources, have access to less resources, have access to less resourceful people, and still make more out of it because of appreciation, moral compass, a clean moral compass, and the ability to have complete control over their emotions, over their evil, invasive thoughts, over the words of others, trying to persuade them down the wrong track opposed to the right track. I understand that as men, we fight an uphill battle. Everybody's against us. I get it. Men, you got others, feminine men that are against you. You have females that are against you. You have media that are against you. You have the whole entire world against you. I get it. I understand. I'm not going to act like I don't. And it's extremely difficult to fight against all that. But the small percentage of men that do fight against all of that, those are the ones that live an enjoyable life. And that's all I want for you guys. I want every single guy to be elite, have an enjoyable life, and live life on their terms and take their power back. And with that being said, I'm out. And if you guys haven't joined the CLG community, jump in. It's only $48 a month. You get a free one-on-one call with me if you jump in. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing it for free until I'm overwhelmed. But right now the group is still small, so I'm still going to do that. And if you do the yearly subscription, you get a 20% discount. So it'll be less than $500 for the whole entire year. And with that being said, I'm out. Peace.